Welcome back. 2022 NXL World Cup brought to you by Bunker Kings. I'm Matty Marshall. I got Machine Gun Mike, legendary OG NorCal baller from back in the day here, sitting to call this Kidz Championship. Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's been a great time. This whole youth experience, the explosion of the youth paintball that we got going on, it's a good time.
So so your kids here, and I mean, how much familiarity do you have with some of these teams out here?
Well, we played against them, in the prelims. So some, sure.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just glad we got a legend in the game like yourself to come up here. And
I appreciate it, Matty.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you. So it does look like the infamous Kidz as Thomas Taylor's boys, and they're going to be on the left-hand side. They are losing 2 body early, playing against Destiny's Kidz, I believe, for the championship. And then Warp Kids and Dangerous Toys, I believe, are playing for 3rd and 4th.
Yes.
So, yeah, infamous Kidz here as both teams losing a body, but it does look like Destiny's Kidz a little bit better field position here in the snake. It's been a really difficult snake side, Mike. This is not the easiest snake side to make in as Hodge just gets into snake 2.
No, and it's a very simple snake, but it's tough to make off the break. And it's tough to, you get in there, you go up there. Once you get past the 50, you can go to work. But until then, it's tough to move it.
Yeah, so right now, it does appear that Destiny's Kidz being more proactive in their spots as infamous Kidz able to spread out wide. They have 3 bodies left alive after this initial chaos as they have the mini wall in the center and both back bunkers. So this is definitely Destiny's Kidz' point to win. They have Hodges in snake 2. They got another body who's at the wedge, and looks like
Adrita 1.
Riley here for, let's see, for Destiny's Kidz. Yeah, Jacob Riley. Good little 1-2 combo. We'll see what they do with this here. There's not a ton of time in these matches.
Oh, Riley just moved up to the monster there in the middle, center 50.
So talk to me about this format, Mike, as far as is there a mercy rule? Obviously not a lot of time to work with. Is it a race 2?
No, this is a race to 2 right now.
Okay, race to 2.
It's 5-man format. So it's one and done in the prelims. Then once you get past the prelims, it's race to 2.
And which is really tough, though, right? Because there's points that come at a premium. You don't have a lot to work with.
No,
not 15 minutes on the clock.
No, you can't concede. Everything is all or nothing with this. And it got down to a 1v1, one of the quarterfinal games, or a playing game yesterday.
Well, I got some red and gold coins courtesy of CoinDuel and Hormesis to give away if anyone wins a one-on-one. But it looks like Riley getting shot out of that center. So infamous Kidz getting into the snake here in a kind of a difficult situation. They are losing another body, though, from that D side, and the side completely blown open, actually getting taken out. So just 2 bodies left alive for the infamous Kidz, but eating up that attacker, actually trading out. So it may be a one-on-one right here.
Yeah, there he goes. The rundown looks like for the win, for the point.
So infamous Kidz, that's Gage Amaya. Gage Amaya gonna bunker out his opponent, and there still actually was 1 body, it looked like, left alive, I think for Destiny over on that D side, but didn't know that this snake side was completely blown open. So Gage Amaya with the not game-winning move, but the point-winning move, but like you said, race to 2, so infamous Kidz 1 point away from taking the win here in this Kidz Championship.
Yeah, this shows why communication is so important. Right there, it was a 2-on-1. The one player was the aggressor, and 9 times out of 10, the aggressive player wins. And if the 2 had been communicating, it'd have been a different story.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what's interesting. I mean, obviously, with these kids just getting their getting their paintball careers going. So just lots of big learning moments out here for these kids, and just what an amazing experience to come and see the magnitude of Cup, and be able to say they got themselves through a hurricane at this young of age.
Right?
So I mean,
hey, I don't even have it checked off my bucket list yet.
Yeah.
My flight was delayed all day. I missed the hurricane.
Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list thing. Yeah, and you got the whole Thomas Taylor family.
Yep. Yeah, with the win for them, or the point for them. Yeah, they, there was a lot of teams played really strong. Here we go.
So now we got Dangerous Toys and Wasted Kids playing for 3rd and 4th, and kind of just sauntering up to that center with 2 bodies. Look at this. This is a big move and a lot of aggression from Dangerous Toys. Yeah,
they lost 1 off the break.
Yeah,
here comes one of Dangerous Toys.
Penalty assessed. Running referee, penalty assessed.
There we go.
On Dangerous Toys. Always tough to be getting a penalty on center court, but that's just how intense. Sometimes the stress gets to you,
Yeah.
and
they really, through the prelims yesterday, all day, they really let the kids play. They weren't throwing a lot of flags. There were a couple flags thrown, but they weren't throwing a lot of flags because they're young, they're kids, they're still learning.
Yeah, well, now they got the pro referees, so
Yeah,
they're not as kind.
it's a little different on this.
It's like, hey, kid, you made it all the way to center court. Well, we're going to be a little harsh on you. This is how life goes. The farther you get on and the more pressure it is, the more the rules get dialed in.
You and I know that.
Yes, we do. Look at this battle going down on your screen on the D side cam here as
nice
wasted kids.
Here you go.
Another penalty assessed. Wasted kids blow open that D side though, and going to go in and hit that buzzer to put a point on the board in this 3rd and 4th place match. And so wasted kids now. Who is this? Number 42, and I don't actually have that on. Who is that? I think that might be Harrison Collier.
Looks like Collier.
Yeah, it looks like Collier.
Jersey.
It's literally the one that doesn't have a number, so I think that's number 42.
There we go. It's a good thing you brought a crayon. You can write all that down.
I try to be as prepared as possible.
Unlike myself, just kind of thrown in.
No, I appreciate you coming to do this. We'll see you on the breakout. Look at this aggressive breakout here from Dangerous Toys.
Yeah.
Dangerous Toys just cannonballing up the field. But
right up the middle.
They ended up getting a penalty, and that cost them. And then wasted kids with Collier over here, Harrison, as he's chalking up kills. So, potential MVP in the 3rd and 4th place match. As and then shot that body, got the major, and then comes through, pumping his chest. Nice job.
Yeah, it's been so much fun putting the whole kids event together. It's been a lot of work from a lot of people to really make this happen, and it was all up in the air. I had my personal conversation with Tom Cole about it, and he was all, yeah, it should happen. The whole time it should happen. It should happen. And here we are.
Yeah, once we dodged that bullet of the hurricane and went a little slightly south of here, but we did get a pretty decent brunt of close to a Cat 1 hurricane. It was like a high-level tropical storm by the time we got here, but everything held up pretty well. A few things needed to get fixed, and we were just batting down the hatches.
And they lost an entire day of play.
Yeah, that was the toughest thing.
So then modified schedules, and here we go.
All right, so 10 seconds to go before the start of could be the championship awarded right now. 1st and 2nd place. This game brought to you by Lyric Text. Be sure to download the app. You can use song lyrics to send memes to your friends.
Last one off the break. Destiny's Kids lost their snake player off the break. And he took a big bite. He was going after Snake 1.
Yeah, so 2 teams switching sides. Infamous Kids on the right-hand side now.
Mm-hmm. And all the way up at the Snake 50, crossing the 50 on the Snake is Infamous.
Destiny's Kids losing a body trying to get out wide, Snake side.
Yeah, filling out there to cover the Snake, and here comes another one filling out wide.
Mike, look at this big move. All the way across. That's a huge bite.
All the way from Dorito Corner.
Made it clean.
For the Temple.
Made it clean.
Yeah, but they needed somebody there, and props to him, props to the kid for recognizing it.
Yeah, and that's just a ball drop for Infamous Kids by not putting a gun on that lane. So, and that is a gutsy run all the way from the other side of the field.
Well, I would still be running.
Yeah, me too, bro. At this point in time, with the old knees these days.
You still have knees?
Yeah.
Mine are kind of like broken hinges.
Yeah, I'm up here with Machine Gun Mike, famous Ironman from back in the day, even before I got on the team. And another body coming off for Destiny from that back center. So
Destiny has 2 left. We've got one in Dorito 1, and this Snake Corner is all Destiny has left.
Yeah, Destiny's roster: Connor Hodges and Justin Hodges, Cody Manuel, B. Paxson, Jacob Plaisance, Jacob Riley, Landon Sabina, and Ashton Wright. That's the lineup for Destiny's Kids. But they kind of got their backs to a wall right now here, Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they really need to hold off this attack they know is going to come from the Infamous Kids. They're in some decent defensive spots because of that awesome move for the coast-to-coast run to get out to this back corner.
And it's looks like it's a 3-on-2 right now. Nobody's being the aggressor at this point, but yeah, there's I believe it's 4 minutes.
3 minutes left to go.
Okay.
Oh, they get that kill.
Wow.
This could be it here, Mike. As soon as they
recognize
bodies,
they recognize that they should be going. This Snake guy should be. There he goes on the move.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor. So this is Thomas Taylor's son's team.
Yeah.
And he gets that crossbow kill. Looks like Damien here for Infamous Kidz to get that kill, and that might be it here, as Infamous Kidz have done the work they needed to do to win this Kidz championship.
Yeah. Really checking each other. That's the way they're supposed to.
Oh, yeah, you got to make sure. At this point, this is the winning buzzer hit right here.
It looks like 4 of them left alive, because here comes another one.
Yeah, even if a couple of them somehow had some random hidden hits, it wouldn't matter because they just had a slew of bodies out there.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Infamous Kidz as they sew up this Kidz championship title. As Thomas Taylor got to be so happy with how this came together. And if you want to purchase some of Thomas Taylor's goggles, go to thomastaylor.com. He's got those nice brand new skull. That's probably one of the coolest push goggles I've ever seen. It's not a Hormesis push goggle. So yeah, awesome job by the Infamous Kidz and winning 2 in a row here in the race to 2.
Yeah, and they're out of Oregon. And we did have a team from Maui fly out, a Kidz team from Maui.
That's a long way to come here.
Yeah, and they all, because of the hurricane, they had no flights. Everything was canceled. Last minute, they got a flight coming in, made it all the way. It was great, and they could play. Those kids could definitely play.
How many Kidz teams total?
There was 24 total.
Really, 24 teams?
Yeah, a couple of them were thrown together because they have a parent that's playing the event, and they want to get their kids in. So we had some great industry.
Yeah.
Great industry people stepping up and coaching them.
So Wasted Kidz up by 1 against Dangerous Toys, and it looks like body coming off here.
Dangerous Toys off the break.
Yeah, so Dangerous Toys here in the blue and on the blue side. So that means Wasted Kidz having an opportunity to take third right here. Oh,
Wasted Kidz dropped one up the back line.
Yeah, dropping a body here. Still 4 bodies to work with and pushing forward, so a little bit more on the defensive here. Dangerous Toys, after losing that first body, playing a little bit on their heels, but Wasted Kidz pushing forward. Do you know where Wasted Kidz are out of? Anytime I hear Wasted, because there's been a lot of, they're like typically a Midwest team.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's Laura, I want to say
Laura Parcells.
Laura Parcells' team, correct, thank you.
Yeah, looks like Julian Parcells out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's her squad.
Well, they are in the snake, so they're in a good spot here to try to seal up this 3rd place. If they can find a way to move up the field and get these last kills in the time allowed. Going to be dropping a body from that center, though.
Center 50. Yeah, that monster's key. It really is.
That's your guys' code for the 50-yard line wall?
Yeah.
That's a very descriptive name for that big gigantic bunker. Oh, and they're going to get eaten up here in the snake, so this might be a game here.
It's turning a little bit.
Dangerous Toys.
Now they're moving up. They're starting to get a little bit more aggressive. Moving off that back line.
And Mike, there's no one on this snake side. Still has to worry about D3 and the tower.
And the tower, that's it. That's all they have.
But D3's looking down the sideline, so this player here in the snake, I can't see the number, but he might be able to take this win.
And that temple, their snake players on the guy at that temple in the back. Here he goes.
He's got some help. Guy with a nice little blue mohawk behind him.
Nice move to split out wide.
I'm trying to see who this is here in this 04, 07. This might be Ethan Rainey. I can't quite see. Maybe Ryan Crothers in the snake.
It looks like it's a 3-on-2.
And David Porath right behind him.
All right. They just dropped their Dorito player, and it's a 3-on-1. They need to recognize it and go. Here we go.
Yeah, so Crothers and Porath coming through here on the snake side to save this point for Dangerous Toys.
Absolutely, ties it up. So far, good game.
Yeah. I mean, blowouts definitely make our schedule go quicker, but I really like watching fast or close games.
Yeah,
that's what we want to see out
here.
Yeah,
make it a good game.
Make it as dramatic as possible.
Unless it's your team, then you want the blowout.
Oh yeah, the only one that wants the blowout is the team blowing the other team out. Everyone else wants to see some drama.
Everybody else wants to, yeah. They're out here to watch paintball. They want to watch paintball.
It also makes it extra memorable when you have a battle. If you have to go through a hard, I'm sure that now you're probably the same because you played so many of those tournaments back in the day, but the hard-fought battles are the ones you remember the most.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
we start to get a little long in the tooth and gray in the beard,
You know what? I'm a plethora of stories. That's all I got right now. I got a lot of stories and a lot of people looking at me like, who are you?
Wait, now I remember you because I was a big Ironman fan before I got on the team. How many? What years did you play for the Ironman?
I'm a founding member, so 1985 when we formed the team, up through 94.
Were you one of the actual iron workers?
No, my dad was. My
Oh,
dad was
okay.
the original captain.
Oh, okay.
My dad is the one that came up with the name, Iron Man, because it was him and his buddies from work, and me and one of the other sons and some wives jumped in, and early 1985 is we started playing in 84, 85 we formed the team.
Well, thank you for being a part of the foundation that was such a big part of my life, because the 6 years that I was on that team were some core memories for sure.
Absolutely. And when we exploded, there was nothing like it. I remember when we first got picked up by JT and by Line SI, and they used our patch. Line SI used our patch in a magazine ad. I thought, we've made it. We've made it. We're in a magazine.
Who designed the original patch?
My dad did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and but that was nothing compared to how things ended up for the Ironman. It was a good ride, man. It was an absolutely good ride.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What a great story.
And still the longest running pro team on the circuit.
Yeah.
And
longest running team. That's the thing. I keep trying to tell people that. And it was crazy this year because the Ironman had such an interesting story because they were on the moment they could have got relegated.
They were, and even now they're towards the bottom, even with that second place win they got in Sacramento.
Well, all 20 pro teams made Sunday this year. Which is crazy to think. Yeah, so it looks like these teams coming out to play this last point. See who's going to take the win. Is it going to be, take the third place finish? Dangerous Toys, they're in the blue, and Wasted Kidz. So jumping into this one, Wasted Kidz, going real Mike.
Yeah, real.
Hey, Machine Gun Mike, you should appreciate this. Going heavy guns here off the break.
Oh, absolutely. But can't believe they're playing a pocket play like this and not getting out wide.
Yeah, that's a problem. But if you go defense and you go heavy guns, you got to make your shots, right?
Yeah. I don't know if those that small temple at home is really big enough for two.
Yeah, and at least not for more than maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, but it just depends. You go heavy guns, you got to really produce kills, and it looks like here comes the Dangerous Toys. They're going to dig out to that back corner. So even after all those heavy guns, they still allow Dangerous Toys to make it into this back corner
wide.
bunker. Yeah, that's a really key fortress spot over there. But now pushing the issue on the D side here for Wasted Kidz.
Yeah, slowly, and slowly moving up the middle for Wasted Kidz. It's all about who wants to win at this point.
Oh yeah. For
sure. Which team's gonna risk it and really push it and win.
And I didn't see. Did you see any? I did. There's definitely 5 bodies alive for Wasted Kidz.
Yeah.
And I think 5 alive for Dangerous Toys as well too.
I didn't see anybody come off. Yeah, there's 5 Dangerous Toys. Dangerous Toys just moved up to 3-1, and they've got a player in Snake 1 dropping to his belly.
Yeah. So living through those streams of paint. And going against those heavy guns of the Wasted Kidz and getting into Snake 1 and that outside D1. I'm calling that D2 though.
Dangerous Toys.
Ooh, and outside wide. So it's better field position right now for Dangerous Toys because they have that body in the Snake.
Yes. And Snake corner, backing them up.
Absolutely.
And here we go.
Wasted Kidz is going to try to get out wide here, Snake side, and makes it clean. Well, maybe. Ref's going to check out that inside part of the body. Looks like good to go.
He's good. Dangerous Toys moving up on the Snake side a little bit, backing up their Snake player.
3 minutes to go in this match. So what do they do if they tie? You can't have a tie for third and fourth. Do they go to an overtime or does it go to one-on-ones?
Yesterday, we went to a one-on-one.
Okay.
Which is a whole lot of fun. A lot of pressure for a kid.
Oh,
a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old out there doing a one-on-one to see if his team's going to advance.
Yeah, the youngest kid on Wasted Kidz is 11, so mostly 14, 13, and then an 11-year-old, and then Dangerous Toys. A little bit bigger roster for them. They have 2 11-year-olds with Hunter Hernandez. That's a great name. That alliterates. And then Paul Maston, both 11, and then a 12-year-old with David Porath, and then some 14-year-olds, and then Ryan Crothers is the 13-year-old. So, yeah, it's formative moments, though, right? I mean, this is a part of being a human is being able to be mentally tenacious in pressure situations. That's kind of going to dictate your success in life. So this is why
how you deal with the wins and the losses, the pressure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great incubation point for great minds out here.
And it's not for everybody. Yeah. I've known we've had some really good youth players come through the Hermans through our program.
Ooh, look at this though, Mike. Penalty
Oh.
assessed on dangerous toys on that D side of the field. That forces a desperation move inside. So I think it might just be their snake player left as Wasted Kidz blowing open that D side. Oh, gets eaten up though.
Gets eaten up by the snake, running in blind. But as I was saying, we've had some great young players come through the Hermans program who we put them in a tournament and they just can't deal with the stress.
Yeah.
The pressure of it. It takes a different kind of athlete, different mind.
That's why organized sports are just so good for kids, man. Got to get your kids in organized sports, and then paintball is a particular type of pressure, because it hurts sometimes even when you do it well. You do the thing you're supposed to be doing, still going to pay the toll.
You do everything right, and that one ball, that one stray ball, clip you and take you out, and you second guess everything you do.
Well, Ryan Crothers is in a tough spot here with 60 seconds left.
It's a 4-on-1.
Yeah, it's a 4-on-1. But if he can somehow find a way to hold him off, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Got to be careful. 71's got to be careful not to get a penalty. Crothers asking for a check. Crothers is playing this tight, man.
He's playing it very tight.
Major penalty going to be assessed on
players.
Wasted Kidz, but I think
they'll have enough left.
They have enough.
Yeah,
so that's going to pull out one, pull out two, but they will have enough. They have one body left, and all you need is
lone survivor.
That's all you need is one.
And hopefully it's a clean hang, right?
That's a good point, Mike. That's a very good point. So he's going to do the dance for the referee here real quick. We're looking for the thumbs up before we get the third place. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Going to be third place here for the Wasted Kidz.
Very well played. And I personally question their pocket play off the break.
Yeah.
It's with the kids, you could really take a lot of ground with your fast players, and them coming out strong in a pocket, guns up. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked because they did slowly ramp it up and get going.
Yeah. Well, so congratulations to Wasted Kidz taking that third place, and then Infamous Kidz taking the victory. Mike, thank you so much for coming up here. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing with these kids out here. That is the next generation. And that arguably is one of the most important things in our sport. So I applaud all of your efforts and everyone else out there who is part of the leadership and the prime movers.